Hey guys, how's it going? True Filmman here. I have a Burning Abyss Phantom Knight deck profile here for you. It's a bit of a change up since playing Cosmos. I've been playing that deck since back when Farm Girl first came out, and I really needed a change. The deck sort of just gets on my nerves nowadays. It's pretty inconsistent, and the boards it builds, I don't feel are that too impressive. So I thought I'd switch it up and do something new, and this is what I came up with. I've got a Blue Eyes deck that I've been working on for a couple of weeks now that I haven't got all the cards to yet, but when I do, I will definitely put that up. It has been a while, and I'm aware of this, but I'm looking to sort of get back into it and sort of concentrate on doing some of the decks and putting them up online so you guys can all check it out. I hope you like it anyway. We'll get started on this one. Yeah, so we run the standard 1 Graph, 2 Sir, and then the 3 Scum, obviously, best BAs. I run 3 Fafa. Card's dumb, and I've thought about dropping the 2, but it's just too useful. I mean, sometimes you open up multiples of it, and that's kind of shitty, but it's always helpful to have Fafa. Next I run the one-offs for the BAs. I've always thought about like running more than one of like Libic or like Alec or even Baba, but I just either can't find the room or it just never comes up enough. Like when you need it, you want it. Sorry, when you need it, you don't have it. When you want it, when you don't need it, you don't want it, and it's just really annoying like that. So, that happens, and I guess that's part of Yu-Gi-Oh. So you get used to it. For non-BA, I run Tour Guide, obviously. Terratop, Tackleberg, free Tour Guide. So many times where I've like been playing this and I have like a Beatrice on board and it's got one material and I far for it just because I've drawn this and I haven't used the Tackleberg yet, and I special summon this and just make it like an obscene board of like Dante, Beatrice, and like a break sword or something like that, and that just pushes through my opponent's board, and then at the end of the turn I get my Beatrice back, which I mean isn't that great, but I still have it still does the job pretty good. Up next, 3 Fiendish Rhino. I really don't like this card. I mean, it's great to send a 1 card off, but I hate drawing it. It's a really, I find it sometimes really annoying. Like, I mean, I've had sometimes where I've drawn it and you've got the Beatrice out, so playing this card's amazing, but then there's times where you don't have Beatrice and this card's in your hand, you like multiples of this card in your hand, you're like, I hate this. So yeah, it's a love-hate relationship with the majority of the cards in this deck. So next for the Phantom Knights, 1 boots. Sorry, that's gloves. 1 gloves, 2 cloak, and 3 boots. It's standard, what everyone runs, and it works really well. The plays with the deck, like with the Phantom Knight section, is just insane. So yeah, it's the best way to play BA, I guess, for now, until ban list or whatever. Next is the spells. 1 Foolish Burial. I play 2 Mask Change. This card's I chose over Rotor and I think another spell, or was it was a trap. I just felt that Mask Change second really was more of a floodgate to my opponent playing decks like Monarchs or Blue Eyes or even the Mirror and Cosmos. Like, it just hits everything, and that's what I really want, because I absolutely cannot stand Monarchs, and I feel like this card does the most amount of work against Monarchs for game 1 anyway. And then I'll side into the anti-spells and all the hate for that afterwards. But I just feel like this card's really good, better than Rhoda. It's like Searching for a Warrior is not always that great. I didn't see it that much though, so I don't know. But I've played it and I've opened it a couple of games in the past week, and it hasn't been it's been good. It hasn't been amazing, but it's been good. And then the 2 Allures for draw power, like, why not? Deck's all dark, so 3 Twin Twister, just because the deck pluses off you discarding a card for no reason. This card can be really dead against like some decks like Blue Eyes and stuff like that, because they don't actually have spells. So, you know, there's nothing to hit with this, so it can be really annoying. I know I bricked one game where I opened like 2 Twin Twister investing Blue Eyes, and there's absolutely nothing I can do because Blue Eyes don't use spells, so I'm end up Twin Twistering my own like Fog Blades, which isn't the worst thing, but it is not exactly something that like builds the most advantage. And then for the traps, I'll play one warning because the card's dumb and I don't care about life points for once. Thank God. Damn Cosmos. And then the 3 Fogblade. Card's really good. I really like this card. It's so nice to have a searchable Fiendish Chain. It just really hurts Monarchs, and I like anything that really hurts Monarchs because I don't like Monarchs. I know I've said that, but I'm going to keep saying it because I don't like Monarchs. For the extra deck, you know, the 3 Dante. Yeah, I'm not sure when the ban list is going to come out. I get the feeling it's going to be closer to the next set rather than after Worlds, even though that is still the same thing, but I feel like it'll be closer to the next set in whenever that is, November, September, or something like that. But yeah, when the ban list comes out, I do believe that Dante is going to get hit, and it's going to pretty much crush the deck. But how long away that's going to be is anyone's guess. So, but yeah, we run 3 Dante. You know, have to. I only run 2 Beatrice. I never wanted to make the 3rd. The game is generally over before I want to make the 3rd. The card is so good. It makes so many great plays. It's such a defensive card. Like, BA sets used to run like traps to stop their opponents from like playing the game during their opponent's turn. Now you just make Beatrice, and Beatrice just stops you needing to run traps because the card just does everything that you want it from the deck. Next one, Virgil, and 1 Pilgrim, just for the Beatrice, as well as I also run the tuner. Forget its name, don't even care really, but Virgil's not bad. Like, Virgil has outs to some cards, some decks as well. Like, you know, there are some Cosmo cards you can bounce. There are some Blue Eyes cards, Monarch cards, like just things that you can use to hit. Like, the card has utility, so it's sometimes good to use. Otherwise, you know, you go into Pilgrim, and Pilgrim suits better. So, yeah. So that's the BA for the extra. I run 2 Breaksword because I ran it at 1, and I found that, you know, you needed 2. So, because there'd be times where you make a Breaksword just to pop a card, and then you're like, I need to make another Breaksword, and you didn't have another one. So that's why you do need to run 2 over the 1. I mean, you can get away with 1 if, you know, you don't want to expend that much money on it because the card is expensive, but it's a really good card. This card just makes plays, and like there've been games where I've been like, all right, cool, I can't actually get around this. They're like, I'm investing Blue Eyes or investing Cosmo or, you know, Monarchs or whatever, and you like pop the card, and then this makes the other card, which is the Dark Rebellion XC Dragon, and then this thing like targets a monster, reduces attack, and then I'm pushing through their board to make game, and it's really good. It's really dumb. So 2 of this, 1 of that, just because this goes into that. It's pretty good. Then, you know, the mandatory F-Zero. I only played a 1. I don't think 2 is necessary. If you're not killing them with 1, then you have problems. But I mean, I guess if I'm versing Cosmo and they banish this with Mojo, then I'm pretty much stuffed. But, you know, that's the way it's got to be. That's the way it's got to be. So you're not Twin Twistering first, then maybe you have a problem. Maybe you should. Then the other one I run these 3. This with the Phantom Knights is really good. This this card's great. I've used it so many times to just like bait out like opponent's trap cards and stuff like that, and then it dies or it gets negated or whatever the hell happens, and then I'm like, cool, just make F-Zero over the top of it. It's really fun. And then the last extra deck card, Dark Law, because I run the Dark Mask Change. For the extra deck, anyway, for Monarchs, you got the 2 Fog Blade. Fog King, not Blade. Fog King. You know, stupid card. Just special summon a BA, special summon a BA, make a Dante mill, special summon another BA, tribute over this card. Cool, I now have a Dante. I could even possibly have a Beatrice. Plus, you can't tribute summon, which slows them down quite a bit. Next, the 3 Cherry Blossoms. Okay, maybe I was lying. Maybe I actually do have a lot for the mirror. So this card, dumb as hell. Oh, you summoned 2 monsters. Quick, let me just kill that Dante. Card's dumb. Feel like it'll get good later on as well against other decks, so we'll see how it goes. Price at the moment is pretty cheap, which is really cool. Next I run Kaijus. I should run 3 Gamma Seal, but I don't know, I'm just a little bit lazy. I have it in my Blue Eyes deck, so I just can't be bothered taking it out and putting it in this. But this works out fine as well, because Dante can beat over both of these, so... And I actually even managed to summon this to my opponent's side of the field, and then I drew this card, and I was like, looked at my hand, I'm like, special summon this card, because you control a kaiju, and then I proceeded to OTK him with the Gamma Sea, and I was like, that's pretty cool, so it worked out pretty nice. But either way, the main reason why they're in here is to get rid of those big untargetable cards like Dark Destroyer or Chaos Max for Blue Eyes. I know a lot of people at my locals are playing Chaos Max. Even I will be when I get the Blue Eyes done. Anything, problem cards. Next, one system down. I only run one. I don't know who. I feel like the Kaijus are a better answer to the Cosmo matchup than this card is. Especially since, like, you know, you draw this and they have a planet on board. Like, this card's not doing anything for you, and you're not beating out a planet because it's a friggin' planet. So, yeah, I run one of this just because it does get rid of everything else if I can get rid of the planet first. Because I know a lot of people, again, a lot of people in my locals are running Planet Turbo because the card is a 4,000 untargetable beat stick. Why not play that card? Next I run 2 Spell Shattering Arrows. This is for Pendulum decks. We have Pendulum Magicians, and we also have like Pepe at our locals. This card crushes Pepe. This card's okay, pretty good against Magicians. Depends if they, like, you know, use Scar Iris, and then they don't use Pendulum Call. If they use Pendulum Call, you just have to wait. But you can still blow the game out with this card. It's stupid. I found myself actually citing this card in against Monarchs as well, especially Domain Monarchs, because I needed a way to get rid of the Domain. And if I didn't open Twin Twister, I'd just lose. So I cited these in as well, just because the card seemed really good. Same works for System Down. Like, you can put that in against any machine deck. We had like a Cyber Dragon deck going on Monday last week, and yeah, System Down come in, like, cool, just banish all your machines. One Vanity's Emptiness. This card actually wins against Blue Eyes straight up. Like, they actually have to open Twin Twister or MST or whatever they're playing, because this card just goes cool. Yeah, you can't send card. Like, you can send cards, you just can't summon anything, and the whole deck just revolves around summons. Revolves around their special summons, because their normal summons do nothing except for search failures or searches for other level 1s that don't do anything against a board. So this card wins against Blue Eyes. It's good against BA, good against Cosmo, good against... I think that's it, but I know, you never know. Card's good. That's why it's at 1 probably. And 3 anti-spell fragrance for Pendulums, for Monarchs, for Blue Eyes. This card's funny against Blue Eyes. You flip it, they're like, do you have MST? No? Okay, cool. Proceed to end your turn, because you'll open a bunch of combo pieces like, you know, Melody or Dragon Shrine or, you know, whatever. Any trade-in, and they're like, cool, I can't use this trade-in anymore, so I can't actually go through my deck and find the right cards to make the big boards and make the big plays, so this card just stops the turn, just like it does with Monarchs, just like it does with Pendulum, so the card does what it does. Anyway, this is just the deck I was playing for the NLG box tournament. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll probably bring out a new Blue Eyes deck once I get the cards. And maybe a Pendulum deck. I'm probably going to look into getting that next as well. Just have fun playing with the other decks and stuff like that. So, anyway, guys, catch you later.